Hey guys, welcome back to Wonder Dabs Gaming. Good to have you all back out here tonight. Run way behind. Qualifying just started, so cars are on track. We're going to go ahead and run through our pre-race intros here and get things kicked off. So, like I said, thanks for tuning in. We were at Charlotte for the Coke 600 race. This is going to be our longest race of the season. We're doing 150 laps at this mile and a half track. Normally we only do about 100, but we decided to crank it up just a little bit here tonight. So bear with us. Tonight's going to be the longest race of the season. And let's go ahead and run through these pre-race announcements real quick before we get started. So like I said, they're on track qualifying right now. There is your current playoff standings. We're watching some of the guys on track make some qualifying runs. But Matthew Karikoff has that lead in the playoff standings, followed by Corey Goodall, John Ledger, Matthew Heel, and Joe Tardif rounds out your top five. Moving on, we'll show you guys the previous week's winner. So congratulations to Zachary Ward, who won the previous week at Darlington. And coming home P2 was Matthew Heel in that number 53 Dark Horse car. Coming home P3 was Matthew Karikoff in the 00, also in that Dark Horse as well. So there's your 1, 2, 3 finishes at Darlington. Sorry guys, we're running a little bit behind tonight. Also, there is Marshall Dugan right now on track making his qualifying run. Eric Olson, congratulations to Eric for winning the All-Star race. Last week we had a little special one-off race where we have a special event for everybody in the Fun League, and everybody came out, put on a great race. If you haven't watched that episode or that stream last week at Talladega, give it a shot. We actually raced and did fairly well. We qualified on the pole, almost had a shot to win it there in the end. It became a fuel mileage race at Talladega, which was pretty exciting. A lot of people were running out of gas all around us, and we made it to the end, and Eric had the best strategy and came away with the win. So congratulations to Eric on your win last week in the All-Star race. So very exciting race, good racing all around. I had a blast, and everybody put on a heck of a show. Alrighty guys, we're going to go ahead and get on track and get things underway here. Right now, we're watching qualifying, like I said, so let's go ahead and get on track and commence the race. So right now, let's go ahead and pull up our tower here. So Karikoff has the fastest lap in qualifying. And right now we're watching Luke Mahone put down a qualifying lap, and he puts down the fastest qualifying lap right now of the night. Qualifies first with a 29.81. That sends Karikoff down to second. Bryn George is currently third in qualifying. John Ledger is currently fourth. So it looks like qualifying is almost all wrapped up. Let's go look at David Galloway Jr.'s car here. He's running a special paint scheme here tonight for the longest race of the season. A lot of cool, like all-star, or I shouldn't say all-star, but patriotic paint schemes here tonight. So looking cool. Love that paint scheme. He is currently qualified in the 8th position. And let's see if we can see Marshall Dugan. Marshall Dugan's not on track at the moment. Here's Sean Dion in the number 3. That's a cool looking paint scheme too. That's a Kyle Busch paint scheme. I have that die cast as well, and I love that paint scheme. Dion is currently 12th right now in the qualifying layout. John Scheidrich III is currently 9th. He's also running a special paint scheme for this race. Looks like we got just a few more seconds left to qualifying, guys, and we'll get things underway. We are going to take a moment of silence halfway through this race tonight. Marshall Dugan has a special paint scheme honoring the fallen officers that passed away recently, a couple weeks ago in Charlotte. So since we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway, figured he'd throw a patriotic or a tribute paint scheme to those officers, and we'll talk more about that later on. But we'll pull up his car here shortly after, but we'll talk about that more as we get towards the halfway mark of this race. I'm going to share this broadcast here in just a moment. Cars are getting lined up on the grid here, as you can see. And we'll get things underway. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on Wonder Dad's Gaming. Big Fast Racing says, let's go Matt Karikoff. Matt Karikoff is currently second.
Hey, Brand.
Starting second. Luke Mahone knocked him down to second. He was on the pole just a moment ago, but Luke put down a fast qualifying lap and knocked Matthew down to second. Let's go ahead and run through this real quick. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're at Charlotte for the Fun League 600 race. We're doing 150 laps here. So we're just going to call it the 600 in anticipation for this weekend's Coke 600. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Wonder Dads Gaming. Appreciate all coming out, saying hi, and let's go ahead and run through the drivers as we get started here. So, on the grid, your pole award goes to Luke Mahome. He gets those 4 bonus points for qualifying on the grid. Matthew Karakoff qualified second in that 00 car. And third will be Bryn George in that number 54. John Ledger is starting 4th. Wes Gallo is starting 5th. Kane Vandemark will be starting 6th. Joe Tardif is starting 7th. Joe, I love that paint scheme. That number 88 Halo 5 car, that is awesome. But there you have it. Joe Tardif starting 7th. David Galloway Jr. will be starting 8th. John Scheidrich III will be starting 9th. Marshall Dugan will be starting 10th. And like I said, there is that special paint scheme that we were talking about. And we'll talk more about that later on. Steve Moorman is starting 11th. Sean Dion is starting 12th. Ronald Lang will be starting 13th.
Well, that's not good for us.
Let me move this down here just a moment, guys.
Yeah, you
starting in the 14th place position is Craig Bridge Jr. Starting 15th. Right beside him is Jeff Laraway, starting 15th. Sorry, Jeff. And then starting in the 16th place position is Brandon. Mark Ward. 16th is Mark Ward. Brandon Fiedler is 17th. Zach Ward is starting 18th. Corey Goodall starting 18th. Eric Olson. Fiedler 17th. Corey Goodall 18th. Eric Olson 19th. And Zachary Ward rounds out the field. And 20th. I believe he's racing with us tonight. We'll have to double check on that. Yep, there he is, on track, that number 9 car. Alrighty, guys, there is your field. So thank you so much for tuning in here with us, and we're going to get things kicked off here in just a moment. There you have it, Luke Mahone on the pole for tonight. And pace car is off. We're about to get things kicked underway. Green flag in the air, and Luke Mahone takes him down into turn 1 with Matthew Karakoff side by side. Joel Jordan says, let's go, John. Lorraine Neha says, go, John Ledger. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share the broadcast. But there you have it, the 34 in the lead. That is Luke Mahone with Matthew Karakoff right behind him in that 00 car. A lot of cool patriotic paint schemes. I'm loving them tonight. Let me know, guys, in the comments if the volume is okay, if I got the race volume too high or if it's not too high. I'll adjust it. But Karakoff looked like he got in the wall a little bit there.
Man. I don't mean to get into you there.
Karakoff making a scrape with the wall there. One thing I did forget is to re-mute the chat after racing with these guys last week. So you might hear a couple guys talk here and there. Hopefully we keep the language under control. But look at this racing side by side. The 2 leaders, 34 and the 00. Karakoff looking to take the lead away from Luke. He's looking to the inside. These guys racing really hard as they head down into turn 1 for the 3rd lap this race. So far, it is a great battle up front, side by side, down the backstretch. Karakoff and Mahone for the lead. That 34 car is not giving up just yet. Matthew Karakoff to the lead now, clears the 34 and retakes it. 34 falls back in line a second. Let's check out the rest of this field here. There is Bryn George in the 54, followed by the 25. Looks like nope, not Kane Van Mark. That is John Ledger, I'm sorry. John Ledger in the 25. He's running that patriotic paint scheme. Black Rifle Coffee on that car. Bryn George has been very impressive here this season so far. He's been up there in the top these last couple of races, and we'll watch to see him here at the Coke 600, or what we should say the Fun League 600, and see if he makes some noise here tonight. Kane Vandemark, also another car running a cool patriotic paint scheme here tonight, like in that Bass Pro Shops tractor car. Side by side, you got Joe Tardif running that cool Halo 5 paint scheme with Wes Gallo on the bottom and through turns 3 and 4. It's another cool paint scheme as well. We'll kind of just run through the field here real quick, guys, as we get things underway. David Galloway Jr., we were watching him qualify earlier in the race. He's running that number 27 Patriotic National Guard paint scheme. And then right behind him is Marshall Dugan in the 45. Like we were talking about before this race got started, he's running that special tribute paint scheme to the Charlotte police officers and that tragic events that happened a couple weeks ago. And we'll talk more about that as we get further along in this race. I think we'll take a moment of silence for them at halfway. Lap 75, we'll talk about that. Alrighty, moving on down. John Scheidrich the third, and then number 95, another cool patriotic paint scheme. Right behind John is Steve Moorman in that 26 car. Brandon Fiedler and that number 39 car on screen. I got confused for a second because he's pulling up his number 8. But running that Dale Jr. Tribute paint scheme. Sean Dion in the number 3 running that Kyle Busch paint scheme. Like that Lucas Oil. Ronald Lang in the number 39. He's out there right now in the 14th place position. Running that Dark Horse Mustang. Craig Bridge Jr. right behind him in the 94. He's running Team Bridge Racing on that Mustang. Zachary Ward has moved up 2 spots to the 16th place position. He's got Land Pirate on that car, running another cool paint scheme here tonight. I'm digging that one as well. Corey Goodall in the 333 running his typical Wiener King paint scheme. Mark Ward in the number 10, he's running a new paint scheme as well. Looks like a Toby Keith tribute. It's the American Way on the side. And then you got Eric Olson, who was last week's winner of the All-Star race in the number 64. Running an Iowa paint scheme. Jeff Larway right now in the 20th place position in the number 71. He is currently at the tail end of the field on lap number 11. But we got a lot of racing left to go. Tires are going to matter here, and we'll see what happens with Jeff and see where he goes. But he's running a new paint scheme with a Coca-Cola on the hood tonight. Alrighty, back to the lead. It's Karakoff still holding the lead. But John Ledger's battling hard with Luke Mahone here for second and third. These guys are side by side through turns 3 and 4. Got some good battles here. Look at all these patriotic paint schemes. These guys are awesome with these paint schemes here tonight at Charlotte. So if you guys don't normally typically watch these races, the Coke 600, they usually run patriotic schemes, so a lot of these guys came out tonight with some cool-looking schemes. A 25 of John Ledger up in the wall out of turn 2. That's going to allow the 34 and the 54 to get around him down on the bottom side. He's going to fall back 2 positions. John Ledger was moving up there, but after making contact with the outside wall at turn 2, he's going to fall back to 4th now. Sharon Laraway says, let's go Craig in the 94 and Jeff in the 71. Thanks for broadcasting, Sharon. I appreciate you. No problem. I like doing it. And thanks for coming out, leaving a comment, and saying hi. But we're gonna watch Craig and Jeff and see where they finish here tonight, and wish them the best of luck. There is Jeff in the 94 right now. Jeff is currently, I'm sorry, Craig. That's Craig in the 94. He is currently 15th right now, right behind Ronald Lang in the 39. Wishing these guys the best of luck. And there's Jeff Laraway and the 71. But these guys racing really hard for the lead here. Matthew Karakoff has his hands full with that 34 in his rearview mirror. The 34 qualified on the pole, but he is all over the double zeros bumper. Nobody is letting up early on in this race. We're only at lap 15, and we've had some intense battles here for the lead. If you guys missed it, this is going to be one of our longest races of the season. Doing 150 laps here for anticipation of the actual Coke 600. But look at this run down on the bottom of the track here, the 34 to the bottom of the 00 car. Still side by side at the line. It's going to be the 34 getting that lap led. Matthew Karakoff still hanging on through turn 1 now. That 34 has him cleared though, but the 00 is going to get the run off of turn 2. We'll see if he goes to the bottom this time. He's going to fall back in line through turns 3 and 4. Don't count out Bryn George. He's hanging on there. He's looking to the inside of the 00. He wants a piece of this action too. Like I said earlier, Bryn George's been very impressive here this season. He's been up there in the top 5 the last couple of races. Looking to keep those, he's hoping to keep that run, keep going this season. Can't talk here tonight, sorry guys.
Appreciate it.
But there you have it. 54 gets around the 00. 00 is going to lose 2 spots now, back to 3rd. Here's the battle between Joe Tardif and David Galloway Jr. for 5th and 6th. And let's see who our biggest mover is. Right now, the biggest mover of the race is going to be Brandon Fiedler, who's moved up 7 spots to 10th place right now. There's Brandon Fiedler on screen. He's moved up 7 spots, running top 10. He's got an impressive run going so far. We're also watching Zachary Ward. See where he's going to move up to. He's moved up 5 spots from starting at the tail end of the field in that number 9 car, so we'll see where he ends up as this thing gets going on. I also want to congratulate, or not congratulate, but give a shout out to Sean Dion, the number 3 car. Sean, thank you so much for tuning in on thank you for joining the Fun League, and good to have you out there. Sean is running that number 3 Lucas Oil car. Corey Goodall making the pass on the inside, and there's Craig Bridge Jr. right there behind him. Trying to make the pass on these guys. Also, Luke Mahome, who we talked about earlier, he's also a new iRacing Fun League member. And thank you so much for joining, Luke. Appreciate you guys out there. He's got a little bit of a scrape mark on the right side where that number is. Must have made contact with the outside wall. Bryn George is on his tail, though, trying to catch the leader. See if he could take that lead away. All right, guys, lap 21 of 150 laps here tonight. Been caution-free so far. Right now, Zachary Ward has caught the bumper of, or no, I shouldn't say the bumper, but he's caught up to Brandon Fiedler, which is not too far off of him. They are in 11th and 12th here. Brandon Fiedler's lost a couple spots. Steve Mormon actually made the pass. And Steve Mormon is currently running in the top 10. Steve Mormon from West Palm Beach, Florida, in that number 26 Toyota Supra. Like I said, running top 10 right now on lap number 23. Steve doing a great job out there tonight at Charlotte. And we did start this race in the daytime for sure tonight, guys. I know I've said this before at Darlington. We are going to end this race in the nighttime. At being 150 laps, this will turn into a night race. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up. It's going to be interesting. The track's going to definitely change here tonight. And the track conditions may favor some other drivers who are probably not leading the race. So right now we're watching Luke Mahone lead this race.
Sorry, Corey, I was just trying to stay up top.
Yep, no worries. I wasn't sure which way we were going, and I kind of heading towards the bottom. Just waited on them. No worries, we're good.
Luke Mahome, sorry guys, Luke Mahome is currently leading this race. Bryn George second, Matt Kirchhoff third. Watch the track changes though as this race goes on, and as the temperatures change and the track heats up or cools down, some of the other guys might get up there towards the front, and it may favor them instead. Charlotte, from what I've been told, is one of the tracks on the schedule that changes with track temperatures. There's most, what's the word I'm looking for? Is the most most sensitive track on the schedule too, I guess, changes, especially from the daytime to nighttime. So we'll see what happens as this race goes on. So far, not a whole lot of action going on. It looks like there are a lot of these cars are single file on lap number 26. Right now, we're looking at John Scheidrich, the third in the 95. John is currently in ninth place position here on lap number 26. You're going to see a lot of this single file through the middle of the race or so. Everybody trying to keep their tires clean, and we'll see what happens as this race goes on. We got some good battles here. Steve Mormon's trying to catch the bumper of the 95 here and make the pass. This is the battle for 9th and 10th. And also just in front of them, you got Kane Vandemark and Wes Gallo. This Wes Gallo's all over the bumper of the number 6. That is the battle for 6th and 7th right now. Joe Tardif, who's moved up 2 spots since the beginning of this race. He is currently top 5. And like I said, Joe running that cool Halo 5 paint scheme. I love that paint scheme. That's one of my favorite paint schemes. Great looking car, Joe. I know he said he wanted to run a different paint scheme or of a patriotic scheme, but he didn't have it ready here tonight for the Charlotte race. But nonetheless, love that Halo scheme. Great looking car out there. Wanted to show it off a little bit for these people. John Ledger in the number 25 from Boston, Massachusetts. He is currently 4th place tonight. He was getting up there almost up to 2nd place, or he was actually running 2nd for a little while. Made a little bit of contact with the outside wall, and I think he fell back a little bit, but still an impressive run so far, holding off the 88 behind him. Hanging on that top 5, John and Joe right now. Bryn, who we talked about moments ago, currently runs 2nd. Trying to chase down that leader of Luke Mahone. We are on lap number 30 of 150. This race is just cruising on by. There is the rest of the field behind George, and then let's take a look at Luke Mahone here. And if you guys want to ride on board, let's take a lap around the track with the leader. This is your leader of Luke Mahone around Charlotte Motor Speedway, so turn 1 and 2. Heads into turn 3 and 4 this time. Gets it right there along the bottom of the track on the line. And across the line, that is 1 lap around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thank you, Luke Mahone, for letting us on board. We'll go ahead and pull up some of these guys here in just a moment, see if we can interview them in the booth. Actually, let's go ahead and see if we can pull up Mahone right now. Hey, Luke, it's Dave up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah.
Hey, Luke, sorry. Hey, Luke, sorry we missed you earlier in the race. Congratulations for qualifying on the pole, and thanks for joining the iRacing Fun League. How is the race going out there tonight?
It's going good. I'm able to lead some laps, which I'm happy about. I got Bryn right on my tail, though, so I'm not sure if I should push or if I should save more or what to do. I might start running the top here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bryn was closing in on you. You and Matthew Karakoff are also putting on a heck of a show in the first couple of laps. It was back and forth between the two of you, so it was really entertaining watching you guys battle for the lead. But yeah, Bryn's right on your bumper. Not sure what advice I could give you, but good luck.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
But yep, thanks for joining the league, and good luck out there. We're enjoying watching you race, and we'll hopefully talk to you later on.
Yeah. See you, man.
All right, there you heard it from your race leader, Luke Mahone, in that number 34 car. All righty, let's see who else we can pull up here tonight. I know Joe said he wanted to be interviewed here, so let's go ahead and pull up Joe Tardif up in here in the booth. Hey, Joe, it's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, cool paint scheme. I'm digging it. How's the race going out there tonight?
Oh, race is good so far. I'm stuck a little dirty air here, but just riding the high line right now. Trying to make up some time currently.
Well, you're looking pretty good. You moved up 3 spots since you started at the 4th place, right behind Karakoff, so you're doing a great job. But yeah, loving your paint scheme out there. Just wanted to talk with you and see how things are going.
Yeah, it's going good. This is a little bit, hopefully this is redemption of Kansas, because normally I'm good on the 1.5 miles, and Kansas was awful. Awful. I have not had a race like that
Sorry about that.
ever.
Right, yeah, I hear you. I mean, Kansas can go one of two ways for me. I'm either really fast, but if I hit that outside wall, then I'm going backwards.
Yeah, it just I'm usually pretty good at tire save, but I couldn't do it that race, and I was just burning them too early.
All righty, well, I don't want to distract you too much. I see you side by side with Karakoff. Good luck out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you later in the race.
No problem.
All righty, there you guys have it from Joe Tardif in that 88. He's battling hard with Karakoff right now on lap number 38. These guys are battling for the 3rd place position. That is 3rd and 4th right now on screen. Karakoff doing a great job keeping it there on the bottom. But yeah, these guys are putting on a heck of a show. This race is pretty entertaining, but Joe Tardif gets smooth sailing on by. Karakoff backs off. Kane Vandemark up there as well. Kane Vandemark moves up, gets around Karakoff. Karakoff looks like he's going to go down pit road along with Ronald Lang, so he's going to make his pit stop right now. And we'll see if we can pull up Karakoff while he's making his pit stop. Hey, Matthew, it's David up the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, we just want to interview you real quick. You almost had the pole out there tonight, but you got knocked down by Luke Mahone at the last second. How's the race going out for you? Putting on a heck of a show with these guys.
Yeah, it's going good. That guy who got the pole, he's fast. He saved his tires. He's good. I'm going to try to use up all 4 of these tires under green if we go green the whole time. So.
You know, it almost might go green. I know these 1.5 mile tracks usually don't have too many cautions, so I wouldn't rule that out. That could be a possibility that we're green the whole time.
Yeah, the sun's coming out too a little bit, but I figure if it goes green, if I use all 4 tires, maybe I can make up for guys just trying to make it on 3 stops.
Yeah, that's a good idea, good strategy. Good luck. And I was watching you race hard with the leader of Luke Mahone. You guys were going back and forth the first couple laps, and then you were battling hard with Joe Tardif, and it was a heck of a show. Put on a good race for us.
Yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully I can talk to you later.
Yep, definitely. Good luck out there. Maybe we'll talk to you later in the race, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard it from Matthew Karakoff, who made his first pit stop of the night, currently in the 19th place position. Let's go ahead and show you guys the lead. Here's the lead of Luke Mahone and Bryn George, currently 1-2, and Kane Vandemark, who is currently 3rd right now. Wes Gallo is on the bumper of the 6th, though. He is charging up through the field hard. Wes Gallo has moved up a spot. Kane Vandemark moves up 3 spots, but it's Zachary Ward right now who is stealing the show. He's moved up 13 spots since starting at the tail end of the field. Let's see if we can pull up Zach. There he is, side by side with Joe Tardif. Zach, who we talked about a second ago, starting at the tail end. He is battling hard with Joe, side by side through turns 1 and 2.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of good battles here throughout the field.
Yeah, I know you just pitted, so you got fresh tires. So yeah, I had to get out of the way.
Troy 4 says Dugan. Alrighty, let's pull up Dugan. Let's see where he is at right now. Marshall Dugan, who we were talking about at the beginning of this race, is running that cool tribute paint scheme to the officers who lost their lives a couple weeks ago in Charlotte. Dugan right now is currently running in the 13th place position. We are watching some of these guys make their first pit stops of the night, and we're still waiting to see. Oh, caution is out. David Galloway Jr. has wrecked. Let's go ahead and pull that up, see what happened. There's David Galloway Jr. in the 27. Looks like out of turn 2. What happened there? Makes heavy contact with on the backstretch inside wall, and he tows it back to pit road. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. So here's another angle. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. So down on the bottom of the track, comes off of turn 2 and just down to the bottom of the track and hits the inside wall. And iRacing through the caution, so. It might have been something that happened in real life, I don't know. But it looks like a lot of cars are going to come down pit road for the first time tonight, along with Marshall Dugan and Craig Bridge Jr. They make their ways down pit road. There is Bryn George making his pit stop of the night. I love that 54 and that yellow paint scheme, that lime green or whatever you want to call it. I love that paint scheme, Bryn. Luke on pit road as well. Wes Gallo on pit road. Lots of cars. Kane Vandemark, Joe Ledger, John Scheiderich. Looks like half the field are all on pit road right now, making their pit stops. And guys, we were under caution for the first time tonight on lap number 46. There's Zachary Ward peeling off. Everybody's going to make their way off the pit road. So looks like everybody who stayed out, besides Karakov, got their first set of tires put on lap 46, and that's a good set. That's a good pit strategy, honestly. If you only use your first set on lap 46, these guys got 4 sets of tires out there tonight for this long race. Normally we only give them 3 sets of tires, but yeah, if you use your first sets of tires on lap 46, you're in pretty good shape. So you got 3 more sets do just 100 laps, so not too bad. Steve Mormon, who's making his way off pit road right now as we speak. But I'm looking for Karakov because he pitted before these guys, and he might have came back down pit road once more. He's being scored in the 14th place position, so I was kind of curious to see what happened there, but the biggest moves right now, Kane Vandemark, who's up to 2nd right now. Looks like Ronald Lang might get the free pass. He is the first car 2 laps down, it looks like. Being scored, and it looks like David Galloway Jr. might be off track right now. Something might have happened in real life. I'm not sure what happened with David Galloway Jr., but we'll have to find out later on. But Ronald Lang looks like he's going to get the free pass here in the number 39 car. So here you have it, lap 47. Troy, I appreciate you coming out and saying hi. And we're cheering on Marshall in that number 45 car. Hopefully he has a good race there for us tonight.
Yeah, I am now. I had a little issue there for a second.
Let's see if we could pull up Corey Goodall right now in the 333 car.
Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry to get into you, brother, there from the beginning of the race, man. I know I slapped you on the side.
Hey,
buddy.
Corey, it's David up there.
Sorry
You got me?
about that.
Yep.
Hey, Corey, you got me? Hey, Corey, it's David up booth. You got me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, Corey, how's the race going for you so far tonight?
pretty good so far. I'm probably a little further up than I want to be right now, but I did the work to get here, so I guess I'll stay for now.
Go, buddy.
Hey, well, I know you've been practicing, and I know you said you wanted the long fuel-saving runs and the tires, so hopefully this plays into your strategy, and you got a good strategy for them tonight. But good luck out there. Just want to say hi to you and see how things are going.
Whatever tells you.
Hey, thanks for checking in.
Yep, no problem. Good luck out there. Maybe we'll talk to you later on, and we'll be watching for you and cheering you on.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, there's Corey Goodall in the 330 Wiener King. Toyota Supra. All right, looks like we're going to go green this time by, guys. Lights are off on the pace car. Luke Mahone is getting ready to lead them down. I'm sorry, we're on the backstretch right now. But lights are off the pace car. We're getting ready to go green this time by. Kane Vandermark will be starting on the outside.
Hey, Luke, restarts are on green.
Thank you.
No problem. And for future reference, you have lane choice too. We should have told you that before, but you,
I did forget to lead the chat, so you guys are hearing Zachary Ward right now, directing these guys under caution. So there you have it. Pace car is off on lap number 48, getting ready to go green this time by. Luke, why do I want to say? I want to say Patrick Mahomes. Luke Mahone at the line leads them down into turn number 1. But here is the battle between Kane Vandermark and Luke Mahone. Wes Gallo down there on the bottom of the track in the 07 car. He's going to lead them, or he's going to lead that inside line. And Kane Vandermark gets tucked back in line, back to third. Looks back to the bottom of the track here. Let's take a look here. There you have it. Kane was looking to the inside on Wes Gallo in the 07. Not quite there. Backed off a little bit. These guys fall back in line. And it's Joe Tardif side by side with Zachary Ward. These guys battling hard right here. Looks like Zachary Ward gets the pass off of turn 2. And now Zachary Ward moves up to the top 5. That guy is just an animal behind the wheel. He has now moved up 13 spots since starting at the tail end of the field. Oh, Joe Tardif up in the wall. Makes contact there. And there you have it, Bryn George and Zachary Ward battling side by side. And the lights are coming on now. The sun's going down. It's a very cloudy day here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Sun was not out today. I know we talked about it earlier in the video about we were going to end this race under the lights, but it is overcast, which is, we don't really see that too much at these tracks. Normally the sun is out, but it's 71 degrees here in Charlotte. And an overcast sky. So Zachary Ward right now on screen. Look at Joe Tardif go though. He's moved up a ton of spots up to 3rd place position. Joe Tardif is running away. Wes Gallo is in the lead now. He missed a little bit here, as I was talking moments ago. But Joe Tardif with the run moves all the way up to 3rd place here, trying to get around Luke Mahone. And we were missing it, but Luke in the 07 car has now taken the lead away from Luke. Wes in the 07 makes contact with the outside wall there just moments ago. And Joe Tardif, look at him with the speed down the backstretch, trying to chase down the lead of that 07 car. He is moving up there. Very impressive run on that last restart. It looked like he was falling back a little bit when Zachary Ward passed him, but then all of a sudden, that 88 car just came alive. Through turns 3 or this is turns 1 and 2 this time. Down the backstretch they go. That 88 car is catching the 07 of Wes Gallo, and he looks to the inside, trying to make the pass side by side through turns 3, and the 88's going to clear him. The 07 backs off. These guys are putting on a heck of a show here on lap number 54. Still got a lot of racing left to go. Just under 100 laps left in this thing. But Joe Tardif with amazing speed here. That was an awesome path by this guy. Let's move on back to the rest of the field. Congratulations, Joe, on taking a lead right now on lap 55. Here is Luke Mahone in the 34. With Bryn George right behind him. Bryn's currently running 4th. Kane Vandemark right now is running 5th. And we were watching some of these guys back here throughout the field, racing side by side. Matthew Karakoff trying to get around John Ledger in the 25. He's running the high side. And I could tell that Charlotte's got some grooves, multi-grooves going on. It looks like you can run the high side or the low side. And we're watching that right now with Karakoff in the 00 car. He's making that high side work as he tries to make the pass on Zachary Ward in the 9. We also got John Scheidrich III in the 95 making his way around the John Ledger in the 25 as well. But you can definitely run the high side or the low side here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And that's awesome that you can run either line. It's definitely producing some really good racing throughout the pack. But Zachary Ward not giving up just yet. Karakoff couldn't quite get around him on lap number 58. There's the 95 though. He's making his way up there. And it's Corey Goodall with the 25 racing side by side. These guys are putting on a heck of a show. Doing a great job here. This is some really tight racing after that restart. These guys all bunched back up together and they have not let off since. But yeah, we'll have to figure out what happened with David Galloway Jr. in that last caution. I'm assuming maybe he lost connection or something. I'm not sure. Had some engine failure. Who knows? We'll find that out for you guys probably next week. But he is out of the car and off the track as we speak. Appreciate you guys all watching us here in Wonder Dads Gaming. Let's go ahead and pull up those playoff standings as we're watching Karakoff. He is leading the current playoff standings with 2 wins so far this season. He has 10 playoff points because he won that truck season in the first series. Corey Goodall has 9 second. John Ledger has 7 points. And then Matthew Giel has 2 points. Now, something to take note of here, you have to have 15 races participation to be locked into the playoffs. So, for instance, you have Brendan Fiedler only has 4 races under his belt this season with 1 win. He technically is locked into the playoffs, but unless he scores 15 points participation throughout the regular season, he won't be locked into the playoffs. So basically what that means in short is if you race with us a couple races and win a couple, you won't be locked in to keep it fair for everybody else who's been racing with us all season long. Making sure everybody has a shot to win, make their way in. But it looks like right now, Brandon Fiedler has a lot of races left to go, along with John Scheidrich, who has 1 win as well. 1 win apiece. But 15 races, we still got a lot of races left to go in this season. Karakoff makes contact with that outside wall once again in that 00 car. That might slow him down a little bit. Craig Bridge Jr. to the inside of the 94 is going to make the pass right there. Now that is the battle for 13th and 14th. Karakoff really falling back. Needs a little bit of help here tonight. Let's take a look at Kane Vandemark and Bryn George making a little bit of contact in turns 1 and 2. These guys are racing hard. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was out there racing with them. But the lights are on and the sun is going down. This track's going to definitely probably get a little bit cooler here. Another guy who we're missing tonight is Patrick Lucio. Wish he was out there with us. And missing you, Patrick, when you're out here racing with us. Lap number 64. Also, we're missing. Willie Mann Jr. wishes he was out there. Man, I cannot talk tonight. Sorry, guys. Wishing Willie Matt Jr. is out there racing with us. I know he loves Charlotte Motor Speedway. He might be at the track here this weekend for the actual race. I know Jr. lives in the North Carolina area, or in the Carolinas. But missing him out there. We're watching Wes Gallo in the 07, currently running second, along with Joe Tardif, who is run first right now. That 88 car has really came alive since that last caution. Whether he made an adjustment on pit road or not, that car has really improved since the start of this race. He's moved up 6 spots since the beginning. He is currently, I think, third or fourth to Zachary Ward, who has the most positions gained, who started in the rear. He's moved up 14 spots. But Joe Tardif putting on a heck of a show right now on lap number 66. Zachary Ward running fourth right now with Kane Vandermark right behind him in the top 5. Corey Goodall, who we were talking to moments earlier in the race in that 333, he's looking really impressive out there, running 7th right now. I know he's done a lot of practicing, and it's definitely shown. Runs 7th. See where he's going to finish here tonight. We're rooting him on, and hopefully he gets a good finish here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We haven't talked about him much tonight in the 64. That is Eric Olson. Eric, thank you for racing with us, and wishing you best of luck. That is last week's All-Star winner. Eric is running top 10 right now on lap number 68, having a good run so far. And wishing him the best out there tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Craig Bridge Jr. has moved up 2 spots from where he started. He is currently running 12th right now in that number 94 car. But right now, positions 4th on back. These guys still racing hard. And it's Corey Goodall and John Ledger racing side by side in turns 1 and 2 right now. You can definitely tell the lights are on and the track, the sun's going down. It is getting dark out there at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're on lap number 69, almost halfway.
Thanks for plenty of room, Corey.
And John Ledger gets around the 333. He makes it up to 7th right now. Corey loses 1 spot back to 8th. Brennan Fiedler, who is currently running 9th in that number 39 on screen, the Toyota Supra. Looking for a little more speed out of that car. 921 Mobile DJ on the side and the hood of that number 39. There's Steve Moorman, number 26. Steve is currently running 11th place position. He's looking to the inside of the 64 of Eric Olson. We'll see if he makes the pass here. Looking faster, turns 3 and 4. He's on the left rear quarter panel. Not quite going to get there to Eric Olson. He's going to back off just a hair here, but at the line. Still looking to the inside and side by side through turn 1. Steve Moorman moves up the track. That's going to mess Eric Olson up just a little bit. Eric's going to have to back out of it, and Steve gets the pass. That moves Steve Moorman up to the 10th place position. Eric loses 1 back to 11th. But that's the kind of racing we're getting here all race long. There's lots of little battles going on, and these guys are putting on a heck of a show all race long. I know I said that many times tonight, but I'm having a great time watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this race so far. But if there's anything you want to see, let us know. And we'll pull up your favorite driver and take a look here in just a moment. There's Jeff Laraway, I'm sorry. He's currently running in the 16th place position. Mark Ward right behind Jeff for the 17th place. There's Mark in the number 10. Oh, and I missed it, but Wes Gallo is currently your race leader on lap number 74. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Joe Tardif has moved backwards. I'm sure the tires are falling off. But we come to lap 75, and caution is out. Karakov has crashed. There you have it. Karakov in the 00 car. We were just about to take a break for a moment of silence here at lap 75 because we are now halfway. But the caution is out for Karakov. Oh man, tough break for the 00 car. He does have a fast repair left in this race, so he's going to get that car repaired. But look at that thing crab walk as it's going down the track. Heavy damage to the backside of that car. And it looks like Mark Ward also on the inside of the track here. Mark Ward is also heavy damage. So let's see what happened here. Let's take another look. So Karakov, let's back that up. I think he got loose. Let's see. Did he have help here?
No problem, Matt. You were just sitting in the middle, brother. There's nowhere I could go.
Nope. Karakov just got really loose. There you have it. Crazy loose. Tried to keep it off the wall, which he did, but down on the apron. And then I think it was Mark Ward. Couldn't avoid him. Yep, just had nowhere to go and just sent that 00 car around. Oh, man, unfortunate for these guys. But second caution is out of the night. Karakov and Mark Ward both involved. And here you have it. Zachary Ward down on pit road along with a bunch of other cars. There you have it. Everybody making their, I believe, second pit stop of the night on lap number 77. That's a cool shot there. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching us. Right now, Luke Mahone is your race leader on pit road, along with everybody else making their pit stops of the night. Alrighty, so let's talk about Marshall Dugan here. Let's pull him up in the booth and talk about his special paint scheme here he's running here tonight. So give me just a moment. Hey, Marshall, it's David up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, buddy.
Hey, man, we were talking about it moments ago about we were going to take a break on lap 75, and we're going to have a moment of silence for those fallen officers. But talk to us about your tribute paint scheme you got going on here.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, there was a shooting in Charlotte, North Carolina, or within the area of Charlotte, Mecklenburg Police Department area. It was a U.S. Marshal Task Force officer got shot, 2 other officers, and then a local Charlotte Mecklenburg police officer was also shot in the line of duty. And with me being a member at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a couple years working there, I thought, what better way would it be to pay tribute to the officers that lost their lives in the line of duty, and to run it right here at Charlotte, where I used to work at for a couple years.
Well, that is awesome. I appreciate you doing that, bringing that to my attention, and definitely want to give a shout out to those officers as well. I know it was Officer Joshua Iyer, Sam Polacki, Thomas Weeks, and Alden Elliott. Those guys lost their lives just a couple weeks ago. So thanks for doing that, Marshall. Appreciate it. And awesome paint scheme there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, Marshall. Good luck to you in that 45. We'll be rooting you on from here on out, and hopefully we'll talk to you later in the race. Good luck.
Corey,
yes, sir. Thank you. I'd like to be up here in the booth at the end of the race, so we'll see what happens.
Sounds good, brother. Take it easy.
There's a couple things on
Thank you.
Kind of hiding like that.
Alrighty, there you heard it from Marshall Dugan and the 45 running that tribute paint scheme to those officers who lost their lives a couple weeks ago in the Charlotte area. Alrighty, so we're currently under caution for the second time of the night, and it's Luke Mahone who is currently leading the race on lap number 78. Ronald Lang, I believe, is going to get the free pass once again. Actually, yes, I believe it is, because Karakov is being scored 2 laps down. Lang is being scored 3 laps down. But Ronald Lang, I believe, since Karakov was the car that was involved in the caution, I believe Lang will get the free pass. So Lang in the 39 should get the free pass, and then he'll be 1 lap or 2 laps down. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened with Lang, but has a little bit of contact on that right side edge. Lang, we do have fast repairs if you need it, so get it there, brother. He gets the free pass, and he's going to get that wave around. Good luck out there, Ron Lang. Appreciate you racing with us as well. But here's the rest of the field. Getting ready to go green. The lights are off the pace car, so we're going to go green this time by. And I appreciate all you guys for watching us out there. Hope you're enjoying this race so far here tonight. A little bit of a bump between Wes Gallo and the 34 of Luke Mahone there. Alrighty, getting ready to go green, guys, here in just a moment. Love these paint schemes out there tonight. This is on board right now with Wes Gallo. Joe Tardif right behind them. And the pace car is off. Getting ready to go green here once again.
Green flag.
And green flag back in the air on lap number 79. The 34 of Luke Mahone leads him down in turn 1 with Wes Gallo on the outside. And Zachary Ward down on the bottom of the track in that number 9 car. He's going to lead that inside row behind the leader. And it looks like we're 2 wide. Bryn George and Joe Tardif down the backstretch. Man, I love this kind of racing. These guys are having some heck of a battle here. Oh, Wes Gallo made contact with the 88. Joe Tardif looks like he had to back off just a little bit there. Loses some ground. Looked like the nose of that 88 made contact with the left rear quarter panel of the 07. I'm not sure what happened when the 07 came up, but Joe losing a couple spots here. But look at the battle between the 2 leaders. It's Zachary Ward in the 9 and the 34. He gets around the leader of the 34 and takes over that lead for the first time tonight. Zachary Ward 2 to lead on lap number 82. And it looks like Joe Tardif is rebounding nicely. He's moved his way back up to 3rd place position here. And chasing down the leaders of Luke Mahone and Zachary Ward. He's right there in 3rd on the bumper of the 34. Let's see what he can do with these guys. He's got a fast car. Keep an eye on that number 88. These guys are looking real racy out there tonight. These cars are fast. And it's side by side, the 2 leaders of Zachary Ward and Luke Mahone again. Man, these guys are having a blast out there. Putting on some great racing. Joe Tardif is just waiting to make his move on these guys. These guys are racing hard for the lead, and I think the 88 just wants to let them wear their tires off, and then he'll take this lead. But don't count out Wes Gallo either. Wes Gallo in the 07 is hanging on there to 4th. The 88 down on the inside, he's pulling an aggressive move. Wants that lead back as well. And Luke Mahone in the 34 takes that lead. Zachary Ward falls back to 3rd. This is some great racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. And Joe to 2nd place here. And I know we can't view everybody all at once, but there's some great battles going on here throughout the field, too. It's Corey Goodall side by side with Karikoff. Through turns 3 and 4. There's good passes and hard battles all throughout the field. So a lot of good racing going on. Alrighty, but back to the lead here. It's the lead Luke Mahone in this race with Joe Tardif and Zachary Ward 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Zachary Ward here for a lap or two and see how things look from his point of view. Here's Zachary Ward in his Chevy Camaro. You got the two leaders of Luke Mahome and Joe Tardif right there in front of them, but this is what it takes to lead this race. Lifting off the throttle through turns 3 and 4, keeping it right there along the bottom. Throttle control is really important here. You know, I've always had a hard time out of turn 4. When you get back on the throttle, the car always wants to push out towards the outside wall, and I always hit that wall pretty bad. But it's interesting watching Zachary Ward here, two leaders from his point of view. Alrighty, there you have it from Zachary Ward, right on board with him, trying to chase down these leaders. Marshall Dugan, who we spoke with just moments ago, he is currently running 11th right now on lap number 89, still in the lead lap. Looking to make a good run here late in the race. With the temperature changes, anything can happen. Some of these guys are it's gonna favor them more than others. Like I was saying, how the track changes, the state of the track, and tires, and temperature, and all that. Brandon Fiedler is one I wanted to mention. He's moved up 11 spots from where we started. He is currently running in the 6th place position. He was struggling a little bit earlier on in the race, but now moving up to the 6th place position. He's come alive in the second half of the race. We're on lap number 90, coming to 91 this time by. But keep an eye on that number 39 and see if he can get it done. He is your Kansas winner, which was another mile-and-a-half track. See if he can get it done here. But look at this, Zachary Ward and Joe Tardif side by side through turns 3. Down the backstretch they were side by side. Looks like Zachary Ward is going to clear him. Wes Gallo looking to the inside of the 88 at the line. Joe Tardif is really putting on a show for us here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm enjoying watching these guys race side by side, but a lot of good battles all race long. And really impressive watching these guys race. So far, it's been Luke Mahone who's been very dominant all race long, but you can't count out Zachary Ward and Joe Tardif. But also, you got Wes Gallo, who's shown some speed in that 07 as well up there. And Bryn George right there. We haven't talked a lot about him up there at the top, but he's always there when it matters most. Bryn in that 54 car running top 5. Showing a lot of speed there. He's looking the inside of the 88, not quite going to get there just yet, but watch out for Bryn as well. All these cars showing a lot of speed. Brandon Fiedler, though, we're watching him, see if he can get up there towards the top. But all these guys are just doing amazing right now. John Ledger up there in 7th, then number 25. Everybody's doing great racing. Zachary Ward wants that lead back from the 34 down the backstretch. He's going to look to the inside. Is he going to make the pass? Not quite. The 34 shuts the door on number 9. Not quite going to get there just yet. Wes Gallo all over the bumper of the number 9 car. He wants to get up there as well. These guys doing a great job here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is a fast track. These guys have to manage their tires a little bit here tonight, but it's impressive how close these guys can run without making contact with each other. Charlotte is a mile-and-a-half track, but it's not as easy as it looks. Like, it's a very fast track and it's very racy, but you can wear your tires out really quickly if you're not careful. Tires definitely matter here. So it's interesting watching these guys and how close they're racing. and how long they can go on a set of tires. So I think they're going 40, 50 laps on a set. I believe their longest set was probably 47 laps so far tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they had 2 tire changes, so they should have 2 more sets left as we head up here towards lap number 97. But West Gallo to the high side. We were talking about this being a multi-group track, and that high side really does work. West Gallo trying to make that high side work around number 9. Not quite going to make the pass just yet, so he's going to fall back in line, back to 3rd. Now looking at the bottom, and he drives down in there. Let's see if he gets the pass. I know that high side usually gets the run off the corner. And still side by side at the line. It looks like West Gallo has him at the line this time. That number 9's not giving up just yet. And Brent George moves up to the 4th place position. Joe Cardiff now back there in 5th. He rounds out your top 5. And it's West Gallo who made the pass on the number 9. He's going to take over 2nd. Let's see if he can retake this lead. He's led a lap already tonight. He's got those bonus points. Any driver that leads at least 1 lap here in the iRacing Fun League gets those 3 bonus points. And every point matters, especially in the NASCAR season. You want as many points as you can get. So if you can lead a lap, start on the pole, and keep the car clean, no incidents is also 5 bonus points. That's very crucial. Get as many points as you can, and that's going to play a big. That's going to be a big importance when we get closer towards the iRacing Fun League playoffs. But thank you guys so much for watching us. We're racing in the Friendly Unwind Nights, or otherwise known as iRacing Fun League. We are watching the leaders here. This is 1, 2, and 3 on screen. Luke Mahome has stolen the show here tonight. Lap number 100. As we come to 101 this time by. That 34 car is definitely the car to beat all race long. But we've watched the 07 of West Gallo lead some laps. Zachary Ward's led a lap. Joe Tardif has led a bunch of laps here tonight. Along with Matthew Karikoff, who I believe was up there for a moment, but he's had some issues with his car. Karikoff right now is being scored 2 laps down, was involved in that last accident, that last caution. Alrighty, lap 102 of 150, guys. This race is winding down. One of our longest races of the season. It's been an interesting one so far. Alrighty, let's see if we can pull up another driver. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up Wes and talk to him. We haven't talked to Wes all race. Hey Wes, it's David with the booth. You got me?
Sure do. How goes it?
Hey, how's the race going there, buddy? We're enjoying you. You with the 34, the 9. You're all putting on a heck of a show for us, and we watched you lead a couple laps earlier. But how's the race going so far?
Going good. We're trying to just preach the patience. It's been interesting trying to find the edge of like aggression and tire saving. Like you got to find the pace, but not eat the tires too much because they fall off quick here.
Right, yeah, I definitely hear you. And man, this track's looking real racy this race. Like we've watched the top line work, the bottom line work, and you guys are all right there next to each other. So it's been a really exciting race. How's it going your point of view though?
So far so good. I really feel like I got a puncher's chance at winning this thing. I mean, I'm running right on the leader's bumper right now. If I have plenty of tire left. If I wanted to make a move for the lead, I feel confident that I can make it. If this is a white flag, I'm winning this race.
Right, yeah, we definitely hear you. We're watching you right behind that leader. But good luck to you tonight, and we'll be rooting for you. Hopefully we'll talk to you later on in this race.
Thank you, sounds good. Hopefully I'll talk to you with a virtual trophy in a little bit.
Alrighty, good luck, Wes.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard it from Wes Gallo in that 07, who's currently running second place right behind the leader of Luke Mahone, that number 34. Looking very impressive here late in this race. You heard him say it. He thinks he's got a shot to win it here tonight. All righty, let's see if we can pull up Zachary Ward, who we haven't talked to tonight. He's currently running third. Hey, Zach, David O'Bluth, you got me?
Hey, David, what's up, man?
Hey, man, you guys are putting on one heck of a show. We talked to a couple guys here tonight, and this track's looking real racy out there. The high line's working, the low line's working. How's the track, in your opinion, here tonight?
It's pretty good. I mean, there's definitely three grooves. I'm kind of moving around right now. I feel like I kind of burned my stuff up, so just trying to maintain till this next stop. Should be the last stop of the night. But yeah, man, it's fun out here. It's fun being able to run pretty much anywhere on the track and be fast.
Yeah, I know. We're watching you guys, and we're seeing people passing the high side, the low side, and then we watched Joe get up there towards the lead. But had a bunch of different cars lead this, and it's been awesome so far, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it out there. But you're definitely putting on one great show, and definitely enjoying watching you guys up here in the booth.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we're talking to you here in a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I was just about to say that to you. Good luck out there. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk to you later on.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Yep. Take it easy, Zach.
All right. See ya.
All right. There you heard it from Zachary Ward, number 9. Currently running third on lap number 109. Oh, caution is out, and it's Jeff Laraway involved. And Sean Dion also as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull that up.
Except for the pace car, we're going to be almost stopped in 1-2.
Alrighty, there you have it. 71 and the 3. Wrecking down the backstretch on lap 109. Caution is out. Let's go ahead and take another look at that. Oh, so it looks like the 3 got up in the wall, and Jeff Laraway just wasn't anticipating the checkup that quickly, and was just there at the wrong time. So let's go ahead and take one more look, but I think that's what happened. And let's take another look here. So the number 3, yep, bounces off the wall. I think Laraway tried to go to the high side of the track and just couldn't quite get there. And that's what happened there. Alrighty. Unfortunate for those guys, but everybody's going to come down pit road once again, make their pit stops, and get another set of tires here. So there you have it. Everybody down pit road. Looks like Sean makes his way down pit road as well. These guys do have 2 fast repairs out there tonight, so they are able to use that to their advantage. There's Marshall Dugan in the 45 out there, making his way down pit road. John Scheidrich third in the number 95. He is currently in the 9th place position. All right, one guy I want to talk to tonight is Brandon Feeler. See how this thing's going for him. Hey, Brandon, it's David up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, man, I was talking to everybody moments ago about this track and how the temperature changes and how we go from day to night. We watched you earlier in the race. You're running back there a little bit. But is it coming in your favor here with the lights on and the track temperature changing? Are you? How's the race going?
I hope it's coming to me. This track and I, for some reason, just don't see eye to eye. But I think I'm slowly starting to figure something out here. My teammates, Wes, Bryn, and Luke, they have all seemed to got this figured out. So I'm just going to try and follow in the tire tracks of them and see if I can save enough tire to get to the end or to get up there and win this thing.
Yeah, see, we were wondering if you winning at Kansas earlier in the season, if maybe these mile and a half tracks were, your strong suit. But I know Charlotte is a whole different animal, and I know for me at least, I love the mile and a half, but Charlotte is a hard track. It's very racy, but how are the grooves out there tonight? It looks like the high side and the low side are both working. I know Zachary Ward was saying that it's 3 grooves out there, and everything's working out.
Yeah, you can kind of run wherever you want. I think it all depends on if you want to save tire or not. The bottom line is the preferred line, I would say, for saving tire and getting into to a long run. Because a lot of the people we've seen take the outside, either the middle or the outside lane, they are good on a very short run, but then they just fall off as the run kind of goes on. So we're all trying to figure out if we need to, how we need to play these last 40-ish laps.
Alrighty, I hear you. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck out there. Maybe we'll talk to you later in the race.
Yeah, I hope so.
Alrighty, there you heard it from Brandon Fiedler in the number 39. He is currently running in the 6th place position. Alrighty, lights are still on the pace car. We'll see who's going to get the free pass. And it looks like it's Ronald Lang, and he does. Ronald Lang gets the free pass once again. Pace lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here once again at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But it is a good, clear night. A little foggy out there, but good night of racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Kind of one of the first night races we've had this season. I tried to make Darlington go from day to night. We just ended the race just a hair short. Lights came on the track, but truly didn't end it in the night like I wanted to or anticipated. But this is one of the longest races of our season, so these guys are having to deal with that day-to-night cycle change here more than other tracks. The lights are off, pace car. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. Here is your field as they all bunch up once again. It's going to be an exciting battle to the end here. Everybody probably has fresh tires this time. See what happens here as we get ready to go green flag racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Alrighty, green flag back in here on lap number 113. This race is winding down, and so far Luke Mahone has been the dominant car all race long. He's going to lead them down to turn 1, but Zachary Ward right there on his bumper. Turn down this race volume just a little bit. You guys are more than welcome to tell me if... Oh no, Steve Mormon, I didn't even notice. iRacing crashed? No way. Steve Mormon in the comments section says his iRacing crashed. No. Let's see if I can pull that up, if it even comes up. No, it does not come up in the chat. Oh, Steve, that sucks. I was going to pull up the chat. It was working last week. And apparently it's not working tonight. But yeah, Steve, sorry to hear that, man. I know we've had issues, or I've had that same issue, I'm sorry, in the past where you're having a really good race or something happens and it just crashes. That's just the worst. Wait, Steve, I am confused. I see your car out there. Now I'm all confused.
Eric, I thought you were going to say hi, buddy.
My fault, my fault.
Alrighty, so back to the lead here. And it's Luke Mahone still on the lead, Zachary Ward second. A little bit of radio chatter over the airwaves, and I believe that is maybe Joe Tardif and John Ledger talking there. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe Steve, I'm assuming, Steve, if you're racing now, maybe you crashed earlier in the race, and I just got a chance to see your comment just now. But he's back out on track. Steve Mormon is 8 laps down. So, sorry, Steve. Now I caught up to you. We're rooting for you. Wish you had not crashed out earlier in the race. Sorry that happened to you. But thanks for coming out and let us know. I missed that part. But yeah, Steve, unfortunately, makes contact with the wall there a little bit. He's going to go across the grass. That car got airborne. Steve, unfortunately, had to reboot his iRacing, get back in here with us. But look at the front of this pack here. These cars are all bunched up together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys are battling all for the lead here. And we were talking to Brandon Fiedler moments ago, and if he was good at these mile-and-a-half tracks, and if he had some kind of strategy here with the temperature change, the day cycle, and he's up there in 3rd right now, so Brandon's got something figured out. He said his teammate right behind him, Bryn George in the 54, has something figured out there tonight. It looks like Brandon is starting to get the hang of this track here tonight. So we'll keep an eye on him, see where he finishes out there. Joe Tart to the high side in the 88. That car is just looking really strong on the high side. Or a lot of these cars prefer the bottom. Greg Bridge Jr. out there in the 94. He's running top 10 on lap number 121. He's hanging on that top 10 pretty proudly. Hopefully he gets a great finish here tonight. And we'll be also rooting for you, Craig. That number 94. He's looking right behind the number 95 of John Scheidrich and looking to make that pass, looking to the inside. Like we were saying, though, that high line doesn't work out for these guys. This is a multi-group track, and I've raced here in other series, and it seemed like the bottom was always the preferred, but you could definitely make the top work when it comes in. And as you've seen all race long, these guys are really battling, making it. Oh, Zachary Ward to the lead, gets around that 34. But yeah, you can definitely make this high line work. And some of these guys are preferring the bottom, and some are preferring the top. We were watching Joe Tardif moments ago work the top line. It's been a very exciting race so far. But Zachary Ward steals the show back away in that number 9. He is going to lead this thing on lap number 123. Coming to 124 this time by, so just over 25 more laps to go before we get things all wrapped up. And there is Luke Mahone right behind him in the 34 car with Brandon Fiedler right behind him. That is how close the pack is to the leader. That's how close this race has been all night long. These guys are putting on one great race for us tonight. There you have it, Joe Tardif back up to the high side of the track. Oh, it looked like he made contact with the outside wall, though, a little bit. He's going to move back. 25 laps to go this time by. Looks like the rest of the field has kind of gotten single file. The 88 still preferring the high line. Everybody else is kind of run right there along the bottom, right on the line. Wes Gallo, who said he might have a shot to win it out there in the 07, he's kind of fallen back a little bit. He's by side with the 88. 88 trying to get around him, and he does. The 07 is going to fall back in line. But look at the battle up here for the lead again. It's Zachary Ward and Luke Mahone for the lead, side by side for turns 3 and 4. The 34 is going to clear him. He's going to get the pass at the line. He's going to lead with 23 laps to go. That 34 car is the car to beat all race long, but don't count out Zachary Ward. He might be able to get it done here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Steve Mormon says some guys are really pushing their tires early in stints. Oh, Steve, are you back out of the car again now? Oh, Steve is now out of the car. We just tried to pull him up in here. And are you in the Discord chat with us, Steve? Hey, Steve, David up in the booth, you got me?
Hey, yeah, how are you?
Hey, man, so unfortunately your iRacing crashed and you had to get out?
Yeah, iRacing crashed. It's just bad. The Discord logged me out too. It was strange. But it is what it is. It was fun. Wish I was still out there. I was able to come back. That caution saved me after I crashed. But I was 8 laps back and then hit a wall, and so I'd rather just watch the stream and see these guys battle it out.
Well, that is unfortunate to hear, man. I apologize. That sucks. I've been there, done that, where you feel like you're racing pretty good. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're racing, but anytime you get disconnected, that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, but it was fun. Already looking forward to the next round. So I think hopefully my guys Fiedler or Mascallo can pull this one out. But it's been tight and it's been really fun so far. Clean racing too.
Yeah, I was going to say, these guys are putting on a heck of a show. We've said that many times here tonight, but they've been going back and forth between Luke Mahone, Zachary Ward, Brandon Fiedler finally getting up there. I think his car's coming alive late in this race. But these guys are putting on a heck of a show. We were talking to Zachary Ward, and he said this is a multi-groove track, and the high line's working, the low line's working, and it's been interesting watching these guys and where they run.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on when you want your tires to fall off, right? Because you could push early in a stint, ride the high line. It is faster on exit, and maybe get an overtake in there. But you do fall off toward the end. At least that's what we were noticing on our comps. But it's good to see that you can ride both low and high. And I know I had one nice pass earlier where I was setting up a guy, kind of riding the low line with him. And then I went high off the end of turn 4, caught a really good run, and then by the end of turn 2, I was able to overtake him. So it's definitely a fun track for that kind of strategy.
Yeah, definitely for sure. It's been really exciting watching up here in the booth. So I just want to say thanks for coming out and talking with us a little bit out there. Sorry you had to end your night a little bit early, but it's fun to seeing you out there, and thanks for talking with us.
You bet. Thanks, David.
All right, we'll see you next week, Steve. Have a good night. All right, there you heard it from Steve Mormon, who ended his night a little bit early, unfortunately, due to a little bit of a iRacing issue. Had to get out, log back in, and just got out of the car with several laps down. So unfortunate for him. I feel bad, but he's going to be scored in the 18th place position. And we also have David Galloway Jr. out, and Mark Ward, number 10, is also out. Ronald Lang right now is on pit road, and he's exiting right now. Lang right now is 5 laps down, the 17th place position. Laraway is currently your lead car, 1 lap down, so if we have another caution, he will get that wave around. And actually, it's Karakov. Karakov and Laraway are both 1 lap down. And that is the battle between Karakov and Laraway for that free pass. Sean Dion, who is on the tail end of the lead lap, he is scored in 14th. Let's go ahead and get back up there towards the leaders with only 15 more laps to go. Let's see who's going to be. Is it going to be Luke Mahone? Is it going to be Zachary Ward, Brandon Feeler? Who's going to come alive in the final laps? I know Zachary Ward is hungry for that lead, and he's working that high side now. These guys are really working hard in the closing laps. 14 laps to go this time. This race is winding down. Yep, Steve Morman's 8 laps down when we talked to him. Thanks for talking with us, Steve. Appreciate it. Good to have you out there with us. And awesome hearing from your point of view as well. Alrighty, I'm not sure if I just saw Zachary Ward hit the wall a little bit there tonight, but I think he made contact with that outside wall. Looks like that kind of dropped him back about a car and a half and 2 car lengths. That 34 kind of pulled away that time by. Right on board right now with Luke Mahone, the race leader. And that is Zachary Ward right behind him in second, 12 laps to go. Bryn George is having a great race out there tonight. Of course, he wants to win, but he's solidly in the top 5 or in 4th right now. That car's definitely had a lot of speed here tonight, and definitely has a great car. Just nobody's really had anything for Luke Mahone, though. Luke Mahone's really stole the show. He really pulled away from a lot of these guys. But John
Hey,
Ledger...
Eric, I'm not going to pass you. I'm a lap down, so you run your race.
John Ledger, the 25, we're just listening to the radio chatter here. Zachary Ward talking over the airwaves. But it's Bryn George and John Ledger battling for 4th and 5th. And Kane Danemark is back there in the 6th place position trying to get himself in the top 5. Joe Tardif, who I thought was going to have something here late in the race for these guys, he's fallen back a little bit. He's currently in the 8th place position with 10 laps to go. I was kind of hoping to see that Halo 5 paint scheme victory lane there, Joe, but he's right now run 8th, so top 10 so far. This is the battle between Craig Bridge Jr. and Corey Goodall for 11th and 12th. Alrighty, 9 laps to go on this big lead that Luke Mahone has over the rest of the field. He's got a couple car lengths over second now. And it looks like Brandon Fiedler and Zachary Ward went side by side. They are currently battling right now really hard for second place. Zachary Ward is all over the bumper of that 39 to Brandon Fiedler. He moves up the high side trying to find some, trying to find an advantage here. And he's going to fall back just a little bit. Brandon Fiedler, we were talking to him, he says this is one of his, I don't know if he said this is one of his worst tracks, but he didn't say that he liked Charlotte. It didn't sound like it was good tracks. He's really figured it out, though, in the closing laps. We only got 7 laps to go, and now that he got around Zachary Ward, let's see if he's got some clear of Luke Mahone. Does anybody else want to say Patrick Mahomes, or is it just me? I don't know. Every time I see Luke Mahone, I think of Patrick Mahomes here. Everybody mostly single file this time. Not a whole lot of action going on, but we're looking at Joe Carter still running that high side back there. That's the battle between him and Wes Gallo. Joe right now 7th on track, 6 laps to go. Wes is still hanging on, trying to get that past the 88. John Scheidrich in the number 95. He's currently running 9th with Marshall Dugan rounding out the top 10 with 5 laps to go. So Marshall, hang in there, buddy. Let's see if we can keep pushing and get that top 10 at least here tonight. All right, with just 5 laps to go, we'll keep an eye on your race leaders here. Let's look at Bryn George, though, and Zachary Ward battling for the 3rd place position here. 4 laps to go this time by. Let's see if Bryn's got something for Zachary Ward here. That 54's been fast all race long. It almost looks like Zachary Ward might have moved up his tires and back a little bit here. He was battling the leader first, and now he's fallen back to 3rd, and he's on the verge of losing it to Bryn George here for 4th. So we'll see what happens. But there you have it, Luke Mahone. 3 laps to go at the line this time by. That 34 is looking really fast here. He's been the dominant car all race long. Had a couple lead changes here all race, but nobody really as dominant as that 34 has been all race at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I didn't mean to get you there.
It looks like a little bit of contact between Joe and Wes in the 07. So Wes fell back a little bit. There's some contact on that left front fender there. That's going to slow him way down. He loses a couple spots. And as we were just saying, Marshall, keep pushing. He's moved up 1 spot now to 9th. But unfortunate for Wes, he's going to fall back a little bit. We missed whatever contact was made there.
Can I get a meatball flight here, please?
And the white flag is in the air with Luke Mahone in the lead. Brandon Fiedler is 2nd, and Zachary Ward is 3rd. Bryn George 4th, and John Ledger rounds out your top 5. Look at how far away Luke Mahone has really pulled away from the rest of the field. And there you have it. Luke Mahone at the line wins the iRacing Fun League 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Good win, Luke.
Congratulations, Luke, on that win.
Good race, board.
Had an impressive win. If you are inside the top
Man,
5,
Bryn, I
hang
cannot
out with
find a way
us,
around
and
you.
we will get some interviews underway.
Yeah, that bottom wing is just all there is.
There's Zachary Ward
Good
giving
win,
the
Luke. That was a fun battle,
congratulating
man.
bump to the
I
34.
burned my tires off that battle when you on the top, though.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Thank you for being respectful.
Zachary Ward almost won this thing. Tires fell off a little bit there, and he fell back to 3rd place position. Almost had something for these guys. But there is Wes Gallo giving a congratulating bump to the 34 as well. Let's see if Luke Mahone does a victory burnout here. Alrighty, there you have it, your race winner in the 34. That is Luke Mahone. Let's see if we can pull him up in the booth here. Hey, Luke, it's David. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, congratulations on the win. You were definitely the dominant car of the night. Congratulations, man. You really put on a heck of a show, and you were the guy to beat all race long. How'd it go?
I mean, it went well, obviously. Yeah. Towards that last run, I was worried I burned up my tires too much, because going into a corner, I felt like I couldn't turn, but then I had to like calm myself down and it turned out to be all right. So, yeah, happy to get the win. Shout out to Wes, Bryn, Brandon, and all the guys on EG.
Yeah, we were definitely excited watching you and Zachary Ward battle side by side. It looked like Zach might have used his tires up. He definitely fell back a little bit there in the closing laps. I think he fell back. He fell back to third. But you were the car to beat all race long, and your first race out in the iRacing Fun League. Just want to say congratulations, and what a heck of a win in our longest race of the season.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there.
All
Yeah.
right. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It feels great. You know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna run full time, but I guess now that I'm in the playoffs, because isn't it you win and you're in, right?
So you have to race with us for 15 races to be locked in with one win. So I gotta see what the. Let me see how many races we have left here in just a moment. I think we have just enough to maybe. It looks like you're going to have 13 races left in the main season, so you might not be locked in with a win alone, unfortunately.
All right, that's all right. No worries. I'm sure I can do something. I just gotta be consistent.
So yeah, if you're consistent with us, maybe you can point your way in. But what we were basically setting up is if you are a new member that comes in halfway through the season, we weren't going to lock anybody in just by coming in and having one win or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. That's
so
smart.
Keep coming out, keep racing with us. I want to say congratulations on the win, but you could probably still point your way in, give it a shot. Just trying to keep it fair for everybody else that's been here all season long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, thanks
for broadcasting.
Yep, no problem. Good to hear from you. Thanks for talking with us, Luke. Congratulations on the win,
right.
and we'll see you next week.
All right, see ya.
All right, there you heard it from your race winner, Luke Mahome, in the number 34. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and pull up second place finisher, Brandon Fiedler, who we talked to earlier in the race. Hey, Brandon, how's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty well. Going pretty well now.
Hey, we talked to you moments ago, and we were wondering if you had something for these guys, and you weren't too sure early on, but now that car looked like it really came alive in the closing laps.
Yeah, it helps being around fast people and being able to learn from fast people. So I'd like to I'd like to thank them for at least my teammates for that. It's unfortunate for Steve. He had a little bit of an internet issue tonight, but the rest of the EG crew did a fabulous job. And a little unfortunate for Wes at the end there. I think he got involved in something, but yeah, I would say great night overall.
Yeah, we pulled up Steve in the booth, and it was unfortunate for him, and he was talking to us for a little while. But yeah, we were really impressed with you in those closing laps. We thought maybe you were going to have something for the leader of Luke here, with just a handful of laps left to go.
If I got around Zach a little bit quicker, I might have. But with me trying to kind of wait a little bit and just try not to push my tires, Luke got away a little bit, and I just couldn't reel him back in after I got around Zach. But I'll definitely take a second place finish tonight after a track that I don't consider one of my best tracks on here.
Right. Yep. I would take it any way I can get it. Right.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us, and congratulations on P2 tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next week, Brandon.
Yeah. See you next week, man.
There you heard it from P2 finisher Brandon Fiedler and that number 39. Alrighty, Zachary Ward finishes third. Let's see if we can pull him up here one more time tonight. Hey, Zach. It's David up in the booth. Congratulations, P3. You almost had something for the leader there in the closing laps. What happened? Did you use up the tires too fast, or walk us through it?
Yeah, I went to the top too early. It was just, I mean, it was one of those where you get baited in because you're having too much fun. Like, it was awesome up there racing with him, so... Just had a little bit too much fun. Was trying to get around him on the top and burn the right front off of it. So,
well, you definitely were impressing us all race long. Came from the back, moved up 15 spots. That was really impressive. But yeah, you guys put on a heck of a show, and we just want to say congratulations on P3 and just seeing how it was in your point of view.
Thank you. Yeah. When Brandon got to me, I let him go by because I was like, I mean, my best shot here is just for them to get up there and start racing each other. Maybe they get into each other and I'll be able to capitalize, but never did. But I mean, overall, it was an awesome race. This track is so much fun.
I do love Charlotte. I've never been that great at Charlotte, but I love the mile and a halves. And Charlotte, I know, is a totally different animal compared to the other mile and a halves. But it's fun to race here, and it was definitely fun watching you guys race all race long. You guys put on a great race.
Thank you, thank you. Yep, looking forward to the next time.
Alrighty, Zach. We'll hear from you next week. Have a good night, and congrats on P3.
Thank you, you too.
There you heard it from Zachary Ward, finishes P3 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's see if we could pull up Bryn George, who finishes 4th here tonight. Let's see if he's still out there with us. Bryn, are you in our Discord? I think he might have bailed out a little bit early. I got Marshall Dugan still here in the chat. So John Ledger finishes P5. Do I have John out there? Just looking to see who's sticking around the track to talk with us real quick before we head out. Let's see if we can pull up Marshall. I don't have anybody else in the top 5 left here in the race. Hey, Marshall, it's David. You got me? Marshall, David up in the booth. Do you got me? Alrighty, looks like he's not there, so we're going to go ahead and end things a little bit early tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's your current playoff standings. We were talking to your new iRacing Fun League member of Luke, your race winner, and he was asking about being locked into the playoffs with a win. So typically that's usually how it works, but we have people come and go all race or all season long, and to kind of keep it fair for the guys that race every single race all season, we made it so you have to participate in at least 15 races to be locked in with a win. You can still try and point your way in, but there is the cutoff right there. Elliot Swope, who is in 17th, Nathan Vossi 18th, Mark Ward, and Stephen Lindlow, they're in the cutoff positions. Trying to make that final spot. But yeah, so we'll see how things get going. We'll get the points updated and we'll go from there. But Luke may still be able to point his way in, but needs to participate in 15 races to at least get it locked in with a win. If that makes sense to you guys. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment, but we're going to go ahead and head out. Bryn George, I think, already bailed on us early, but we were going to say congratulations to him for finishing P4, and also John Ledger, who finished P5. Congratulations to those guys. They put on a heck of a show. Everybody put on a heck of a show. And let's see Wes Gallo, if he's out there. Okay. Wes Gallo, I think, is live streaming something right now. So we'll talk to him next week. Wes Gallo, I appreciate you for being out there with us. And let's go ahead. We're going to find out what happened to that car. We'll talk to you next week about it. We're going to go ahead and end this, guys. And we'll pull up the schedule before we get things wrapped up. Here is your Cup schedule. Or not Cup schedule, but your iRacing schedule for the 2024 season. Next week, we are at Worldwide Technology Gateway on May 30th. So keep your eye on that track. It's a mile track, I believe, in Illinois. It's going to be exciting. You don't want to miss it. But we're going to go ahead and head out here. Hopefully, you all have a good Memorial Day weekend. And we'll see you next Thursday at Worldwide Technology. So hope you guys all enjoyed that great race, longest race of the season. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. We're out.